nifty9.com. In today's video, I am going to discuss why it is a bad idea to place a stop loss order, especially when you are trading in options. Yes, you heard it right. Frankly speaking, I do not put any stop loss orders whenever I take a trade. So it does not mean that I just allow my losses to keep on increasing till I go bankrupt. So whenever I take a trade, we usually take a trade by taking a view. If the view works fine, fine. Otherwise, we do some adjustment trades. Even after doing adjustment trades, if things are not working and if we feel that the recovery is not happening, then we exit the trades at market order or we exit it by putting a limit order. Yes, sometimes we do experience some slippages as well, but that's what I usually do. You might have heard a lot of traders and trainers who tell that you should always trade with stop loss, because if you don't trade with stop loss, your entire capital will be wiped out, and they'll give you all unwanted examples, and they'll tell that whenever you lose in trading, you have to lose a small amount, and when you make profit, you have to make a huge profit. Yes, these are all correct. It is nice to hear and it is nice to show it on Excel. But in reality, it does not work that way. So before I tell you why I actually don't put a stop loss order, let me just explain you the mentality of retail traders. In stock market, the most easiest thing that you can do is booking the profit. And the most difficult part is booking your losses. Whenever you see profit on your screen, you are eager to book it. But that is not the case when you are having a loss. For example, if you are having a profit of 10,000 on the screen, and if that profit becomes 9,500, you will go and square off all your positions. But when you are having a loss of 10,000, you will not do that. You will wait. A human mind cannot digest the fact that the trade did not work and you have to take losses. It is difficult for human mind to digest that. So what you will do, you will convince your mind to postpone it. So you will tell, let me wait for this 5-minute candle to complete, let me wait for 1 more hour, let me wait for Europe to open, let me wait for tomorrow's Fed meeting outcome, etc. So you postpone it. Yes, there are some times where your losses might recover, but there are times where it will increase at a compounding rate, which can be fatal. Okay. If you want to be successful in this business, then you should know how to control your greed and fear and your emotions. Yes, for me it is easy to sit and comment here and tell you have to control your greed, you have to control your fear. Telling is very easy. But when you are actually in the game, when your skin is in the game, or when you are trading with huge capital, you do get scared when you see a loss. Okay? So your heart will start beating faster when you see a huge MTM profit or loss. Sometimes your mind will go blank, you will not know what to do. I have in fact experienced all these things. Okay? But the fact is, if you want to master this game, then you have to have control on your emotions. You should know how to control them. And let me tell you, these are some of the skills which you must learn, and these are all learnable skills. It's not something that which you should have by birth. But obviously it will not happen in a day. You can't master these things in a day. You will master this only with experience, practice, commitment and dedication. So when you do this day in and day out, that's when you will learn slowly how to control these emotions. And that's when you will get an edge over others. Okay? So now let's say you have bought something for 1,000 rupees. Where do you put the stop loss? I want you to pause this video now and in the comment box just tell me what is that stop loss order which you are going to put when you buy something at 1000 rupees? Okay, I hope you guys have written the comment. Usually, most of the retailers, they put their stop loss orders at round figures. They put it at 950, 900, 850, 800, etc. Not many of them actually put stop loss orders at 967 or 843, something like that. Nobody does that. Not many of them do that. You can see even the TV analysts who come and give you suggestions or tips to buy, they will tell buy Bank Nifty at 35,000, target 36,000, stop loss 34,500. Okay. So they will not tell you the stop loss order should be 34,583. They will give you a whole number. Do you think you are the only one who knows that? Let me tell you, there are a lot of these narco algorithms, systems, computers, companies who do a lot of this analysis, and they know exactly where a lot of stop loss orders are being pending. And let me tell you, the people who design these algos are people who are having PhD in psychology, PhD in mathematics, PhD in artificial intelligence, PhD in statistics, etc. So they have researched a huge data set and they know exactly where most of the stop loss orders are pending. Now the job of the fund is to make sure that these stop losses are executed so that the rally can continue in the opposite direction. Okay. Many of the retailers who approached me told me, they told, sir, I took a trade and I had put a stop loss order and I put a target order. My stop loss order got executed first and then it went and hit my target. Now what is the use? Once your stop loss order is hit and after execution, you have taken the loss. It doesn't matter whether it has gone to your target or it has gone beyond that. Right? So this is one of the main reasons why I do not put a stop loss order in the beginning of the trade. Now let me tell you another point why I don't put a stop loss order. Now let's say you have bought something at 1000 rupees, and let me tell you, our human mind is very fickle. Okay. So whenever you are trading with your mind and emotions, let me tell you, the probability of you making profit is very, very low. So whenever you are trading, you should keep your emotions aside. That's when you are going to get an edge. That's why I believe in systems. I believe in strategies. The strategy should take care of your profit and loss. People fail, systems work. Okay. So let's see, now you have bought something for 1000 rupees and you have put a stop loss order at 800 rupees. The markets fell. It came to 900, it came to 850. Now you have lost hope on the trade. You are like, okay, this trade is gone, let the stop loss order get executed. From next trade I will be very careful, I will do more analysis and all, you will think. At 850, there will be a slight rally. It will go to 875, 880. Now your hopes are again back. Now you will think that yes, the trade is working in my favor. Let me move the stop loss from 800 to 700. So you cancel the order which is placed at 800 and you initiate another stop loss order at 700. Market will again fall. It will come to 750. The same thing. You have now lost your hope on the trade and you will tell, let the stop loss order get executed. Then there will be another slight rally where it will go from 750 to probably 800 or 850. Now again your hopes are back. You will be like, yes, the trade is working in my favor. Let me move the stop loss from 700 to 600. You will cancel that order and open a new order at 600. Then again markets will fall and by now you have had a huge loss. You will be sitting with a deep red M2M So now you will close your trade at market price, or your SL might be executed. And now you are going to decide that from next trade I am going to follow a strict stop loss. So next time you buy something for 1000 rupees, and now you will put your order strictly at 800 rupees. Now you will tell, boss, this time I am not going to change my SL. If it gives me profit, let it give, otherwise let it execute my stop loss order. You're right? Many of you might have done this. Okay. Now what will happen on that day at 3:30 or by the end of the day, the stock will come and close at 850. Your stop loss order is at 800, which did not get executed, but the stock has fallen and is now at 850, and you are still having a loss. Now you are like, I am going to follow discipline, I am going to make sure that I follow the stop loss, I will not change, I will carry it. You will tell, yes, you were disciplined, but market is not disciplined. Next day there will be a huge gap down where market will open at 600. Yes, you might have kept a GTT order or aftermarket order or whatever, but there is no way for you to get that 800 mark. So now instead of losing 200 points, you have actually lost 400 points. Okay, this is also a very common problem which people have faced, and even I have faced this. Okay, that's another reason why I actually don't put stop loss orders. So now let me just give you an example about an experience which I had. Okay, so which is why I actually don't put stop loss orders. Last year, in the year 2020, when India VIX was around 65-70, which was one of the highest VIX which I have seen, Bank Nifty opened with the gap up of around 600-700 points. The VIX was so high that even strikes which were 1000 points away from the spot were having a premium of 15-20 rupees, which I had sold. So I sold premiums of strikes which were 1000 points away from the spot. I think I sold it around 15-20 rupees if I remember correctly. So now let me ask you a question. If you have sold something for 15-20 rupees, where do you usually put a stop loss? 25, 30, 40, 50? I don't think anyone will be putting more than 50, because 50 itself is almost 2-3 times. Okay, so yes, if you are trading in one lot or two lot, it is fine, but in that time we used to get intraday leverages from brokers. So our quantities were like 2000, 3000 in Bank Nifty. 2000, 3000 was a very common quantity which I used to trade with. Now I had a gap of 1000 points from the spot to my strike, but there was the spot shot up by just 100 or 150 points. The premium which I had sold for 15 rupees went up to 130 rupees, 120, 130 rupees, just for a 100 point movement of Bank Nifty. If I put a stop loss order at the initial stage, it would have been executed and I should have taken the loss, and stop loss would have been easily executed if such movement happens in the premium. Since I had not put a stop loss order, and after that there was not huge movement in Bank Nifty and the premiums automatically fell and it closed at 0 and I was able to get the entire premium. I ended the day in profit. Yes, the M2M loss which was showing was very huge. In fact, at one point even I thought that I should close the trade. But it was my experience, conviction, luck, whatever you say, which made me sit tight without doing anything. Okay. So, if you are trading in equity or futures market, it is a one-to-one correlation, where if you have put a stop loss at 100 points, then the stock should actually move 100 points for your stop loss order to be executed. But in options, that is not the case. Option premiums depend on a lot of parameters. So there are many times where the stock price will not even move, but the option premiums will increase or decrease significantly. There are times where the underlying stock will move heavily, but the option premiums will not even move. So trading in options is a different ball game than trading in equity and futures. Okay. So make sure you are aware of all this and you understand how the game works so that you get an edge in trade. I hope you guys like the video. Do like and subscribe to my channel so that you can learn more about trading and investment. Thank you guys for watching.